How you doing, guys? This is my Elite Series 2 controller. Now, I'm a little bit of an idiot. Kind of was just tampering around. I used this for like 3 months, and then I had really bad stick drift forward. It didn't drift backwards at all. It just drifted really bad forwards. And honestly, I'm explaining to you how I fixed it. I don't expect anybody to believe me, but I did order another Series 2 controller on eBay. Supposedly the issue is stick drift. If it is, I'll try this again, and if it works, I'll get the whole thing on video, and maybe we'll be able to help a lot of people out. So essentially, the thumbsticks on the original controller for the Xbox One, and the or this is the 1S controller, I guess, and the Series 2 Elite controller. I mean, the thumbstick platform is essentially the same. This thing, they say everybody has problems removing it, that you could possibly rip the points on the board off in order to unscrew it, but honestly, I just put the cap on, twisted it as hard as I could. It was hard to unscrew at first, but I was easy but rough all at the same time, and I ended up getting it off. But if you look, it's the same thumbstick, and I did find a video on YouTube. I'll link it in the description, which is where I got this idea. He was messing around with this sensor right here, saying that this was the... I'm not quite sure if he had a right to left drift, but the forward drift seems to be the most common drift on this controller. So he was in here messing with this one because he thought that one controlled forwards and backwards. But I did actually open this side up, popped it open, which you can do with a screwdriver. Honestly, a flat little screwdriver. Those little grooves right there you can get in. Pop that plastic away. It folds open. I popped that open, and it still moved forwards and backwards. So that led me to believe that this side one has something to do with it. So I popped that back closed. Still had my drift. Didn't change anything. I ended up popping this side open, which I don't want to pop it open again in case it was a fluke and I won't have a controller because my other one's junk. So I popped this one open, which I'll actually pop it open on the other one for you to show you how to open it and close it. But I popped this one open. I didn't even blow in it or anything. I just popped it open. I moved the sensor out of the cradle. I put the sensor back in the cradle, and I popped it shut. I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna try to switch these sensors out right now. I'm not gonna risk it because I did realize that this one was getting super stuck, even with this thumbstick pad installed. So I popped that one closed, popped this one back closed, and I don't have any drift anymore, honestly. Let me go over to my settings. Let me see. I'll show you this right here. I know I'm using it without the faceplate, but I'll go to the thumbstick settings, and I did have a really bad drift. Like I said, I don't have the proof that my drift was there. I'll look at my phone. I'll see if I took a video, but let me get a better grip on this. All right, forwards, backwards. Let me see. Here we go. All right, stick. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And I'm not going to be editing this at all, so I'm sorry. Bear with the shakiness. This is probably my first YouTube video. I made a bunch when I was like 14, but it was years ago. But no drift. I mean, like I said, when I get the other one in the mail, I'll try it again. I'll get the whole thing on video. But the first time I did it with a pry tool. But this time I'm going to do it with this real quick. I'm just going to show you real quick. So if you get in here, you get right in here. You can actually just pop that open. Now I've opened it once or twice already, like today. Opened it and closed it like twice. It popped open easy for me. You do have to put a little bit of pressure on that. Once you get it open, your little sensor, let's see how good I can get with this. Your little sensor. Oh, I popped the wrong one open again. Well, I wanted to pop my old controller open, but I guess I popped the new one open. So your little sensor's that little thing in there. Yeah, so I pretty much popped it open like that. Took it back. Went over. It's the hard part. Closing it. You gotta push it kind of hard. Once you hear that little snap, both sides are even. It looks good. It'll be in. Let's see if I messed it all up though. Let's see. Yeah, I was playing Warzone earlier, and I was literally just walking out in front of enemies for no reason at all. No inputs, no commands. But like this was bad enough. This was bad enough to where it was like rolling every time I was on a different menu. So, yeah, I had to use it today because my other controller died on me. Started sticking, so it was either deal with the drift or not play. But I'm gonna go over to the left stick and we'll see if it's got a drift. See if I put the drift back. But so no, now actually I've opened it and closed it twice, and the drift didn't come back. So I don't think it was a fluke. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I'm gonna upload a part 2 when I get that other remote in. I'm gonna fix the whole thing on camera, see if that helps. But hey, there's a class action lawsuit about this right now apparently, so maybe we can all get like $7 a piece and still get our controllers fixed. Alright, well, I'm gonna put this back together. I'm gonna play some Xbox. This remote, this cover, literally just pops off. I didn't even have to take a single screw out of this one. I did have to take 4 screws out of this one to get to this board, so if you do want to switch the sensors from one to the other, like I said, it is doable. You can switch the sensors over. Use a pair of tweezers that don't have like super rough edges or something, or I mean, if you can get lucky, maybe you can shake it around and drop it back in there, but be clean about it. Try not to get any dust in there. This is the culprit. This little chip is the culprit of our forward-facing thumbstick drift that everybody's been dealing with the past couple of years. So apparently it's not just the Elite 2 controller. Elite 1 did it. A lot of these end up doing it after a couple of months, but a lot of people are saying you only get like 3 or 4 months of play out of these before it do it, and I'll vouch for that. So yeah, thank you guys.